Ever since the switch from Willfilm to WildBrain Studios as the main producer of the LEGO Ninjago series, the series has shifted from 22-minute long episodes to 11-minute long episodes. At first, this was a really fun experiment and led to some really unique episodes, such as The Last of the Formlings, The Absolute Worst, Dungeon Party, but I think as time has went on, the flaws with this format has become more and more apparent. So, first of all, let's discuss what the 11-minute format got right. It allows for episodes to be much more standalone. A 22-minute episode is a big investment, and if you want to do a singular bit for an episode, you're going to have to commit to it for a while. Whereas an 11-minute episode, because it's a lot shorter, allows you to make them a lot more specified and like hyper-specific down to one thing. For example, a 22-minute Benfamar backstory episode would not work. At least when it was in C-Van, when we're just getting introduced to this character, I don't think any Ninjago fan wants to sit through 22 full minutes of Benfamar, a character we don't yet have an attachment to. However, in the context of an 11-minute episode, the tale of Benfamar works excellently for what it's supposed to do. This is because 11-minute episodes allow for more specific types of episodes because you don't have to commit to a bit for an episode for as long as you would for a 22-minute episode. Not only is the 11-minute format better for more specified episodes, but the 11-minute format is also better for fun pacing. The 11-minute format makes for really breakneck paced seasons in the best way possible. It makes rewatching seasons very entertaining. That's my favourite thing about the 11-minute format. It makes rewatching a season a lot more accessible to do. This is just me, and it could totally differentiate for you guys, but when I'm looking to rewatch an Ninjago episode, I will always pick an 11-minute one over a 22-minute one because it's less of a time investment. Also, 11-minute episodes are also easier to pirate and watch on YouTube. That might be part of it as well. Okay, but for real though, while YouTube grips do factor into it, it's ultimately because it's a lot easier to rewatch an 11-minute episode than a 22-minute one. Especially when you're rewatching a season, it's a lot easier to take breaks in between episodes because the episodes are shorter, and for me, that just works better for my tastes. However, I think at this point, it's getting pretty hard to deny that 11-minute episodes are problematic for the show in some ways, which we're going to be going over now. Okay. Do you remember just earlier how I said the breakneck pace makes for some really entertaining episodes? That same breakneck pace is weirdly its greatest strength and its greatest weakness, because in a lot of senses, that breakneck fast pace also is kind of what's ruining a lot of these episodes. A pretty good example of this is when you look at the final few episodes of pretty much any WildBrain season. Pretty much all of these seasons have fumbled one area or another and had a completely poorly fleshed out character or story, just because the 11-minute episodes just don't allow for fully fleshed out characters while working within the pacing. And in case you're unsure as to what I mean by that, in the episode Game Over, after the mechanic achieves his goals in unleashing Unagami, the show writers very clearly couldn't do anything meaningful with him in the 11 minutes they have left of the season, so he just runs away for no reason, and that's it. In one of the last episodes of Season 13 Master of the Mountain, Princess Vanya gets into a fight with Hailmar for who controls the royal army. Next time we see these two characters, they're fighting side by side with each other with the entire royal guard behind their back against the Skull Sorcerer. Now, how we got to this point is anyone's guess, but I would have loved to have seen how this happened. Although sadly that was never possible because 11-minute format. The two-part finale of Master of the Mountain, The Upply Strike Back and Son of Lily was an expertly paced set of episodes that flow together so well. This is because these two episodes have linear pacing and focus on one location, which is where the 11-minute format for Ninjago episodes really excels. If we did cut back to the throne room and saw more of Vanya, it probably wouldn't have made the pacing feel as natural, and also something else would have to been sacrificed due to the episode lengths. In a season with 22-minute long episodes, it's a lot easier to cut back from place to place, and a great example of this is Hunted. 22-minute long episodes are more easily able to cut to other places because they're longer and they have more runtime to work with. 11-minute long Ninjago episodes are still able to cut to other places, but have to compromise to some extent because of the length being split in half, meaning when you do cut to other places, the scenes need to be short and snappy. As an example of this, let's look at Ninjago Crystalized episode 25, Safe Haven. This episode focuses on Kai and Cole trying to escape Pythor and his men, but it does cut to Lloyd and Garmadon for a bit. The Lloyd and Garmadon content in this episode totals to 1 minute and 44 seconds long, which isn't even a quarter of an episode. But this is how episodes have to be paced if they want to do cutaways and 11-minute long episodes. Otherwise, episode plotlines would be about 5 minutes long each, and that is not fulfilling at all. Another way in which I feel that 11-minute episodes are kind of strangling the pacing of episodes is that moments aren't really allowed to hang or stay for a minute. They have to be rushed by straight away. To give you an example of what I mean by this, I'm going to show you an establishing shot of the monastery from a 22-minute episode and then one from an 11-minute episode, and I want you to try and figure out the difference. Can you see where I'm coming from here? The 11-minute episodes never really allow the viewer to just hang on to a shot and let things soak in for a second. We've got to go from thing to thing to thing, because that's sadly the only pacing these episodes really allow for. Of course, you are going to have your exceptions to this rule, like the absolutely excellent opening to Farewell to Sea, but 9 times out of 10, this is usually how well-brained Ninjago is paced. Now, do I hate the 11-minute episodes? Not at all, boy! I think, like I said before, there's a lot to like about them, but they also have room to improve. Do I think Ninjago is ruined with them or considerably worse? I'd prefer it with 22-minute episodes, but I really don't think I can say it's considerably worse with 11-minute episodes. So how do I think this problem can be fixed? I want to find a solution that can give us the best of both worlds. The world where we can have specialized episodes that focus on gimmicks about feeling really long, and also have those longer moments that we need more of in the show. The best way I think we could do this is to do both. Have some 20-minute episodes and have some 11-minute episodes. The one problem with this, sadly, is that as long as Ninjago is airing on cable networks, you can't really have a variation in episodes. This is speculation, but I think that's probably why they changed the listing of the show from Masters of Spinjitzu to just Ninjago, so they could change the format. But I think if they move to streaming, this shouldn't be a problem. So what I'm proposing is Ninjago. For the 2023 series, please finish your assimilation into the evil streaming monopoly so we can get some varied episode lengths going. The new Star Wars series, Tales of the Jedi, which is exclusive to Disney Plus, a streaming service, recently came out, and the episode lengths go as follows: 19 minutes, 16 minutes, 16 minutes, 18 minutes, 13 minutes, and 17 minutes. I wonder, what's stopping Ninjago from adopting a similar system to this if it goes to streaming exclusively? Here's another more direct comparison. The Mandalorian Chapter 14 is 30 minutes long, whereas The Mandalorian Chapter 16 is 44 minutes long. That's about the same gap as 11 minutes to 22 minutes. In the past few years, the Ninjago TV show has seemed to be making a pretty big push for streaming while pushing itself away from networks like Cartoon Network that have been mistreating them for years. With the most recent batch of episodes, Season 15 Crystalized Part 2, releasing exclusively on streaming first in full, which is a first in series history as far as I remember. So, going forward, if the LEGO Ninjago TV show is going to be pushing itself further and further towards streaming, why not take with it some of the benefits of that format? I can only see doing that benefiting the show and its pacing. Imagine a show where episodes are exactly as long as they need to be, with no filler and no rushing. Either that or just a variation of 20 and 10-minute episodes depending on what suits the individual product best. What do you think though? Is my solution wishful thinking, or do you think there could be some possibility to this? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video, everyone. If you enjoyed it or found it informative, be sure to leave it a like and share it with a friend if you found it good enough to do so. Thank you so much to my channel members whose names are on screen now. If you want to get a membership, hit the join button on my channel, although do not feel obligated to. You aren't pressured to give me money at all. Just watching these videos and liking them and stuff is enough support for me. If you want to see more of these LEGO Ninjago discussion videos as soon as they come out, be sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified the second they release. Thank you so much again for watching this video, everyone. I know my uploads have been pretty inconsistently lately since the Crystalized Part 2 review. I've had a bit of burnout with YouTube, so I've needed to take a bit of a break, but I think now I'm back in the rhythm of things, so hopefully some more consistent uploads coming like sometime in the next few weeks. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and sticking around with the channel, and I will see you all in the next video. Goodbye for now.